Good morning, all. Welcome to our practice for the first day for May Day. Take a moment to close the eyes. Prepare yourself for our practice for the next 60 minutes. Prepare yourself to devote the next 60 minutes to movement, to the breath, to awareness of the breath, to awareness of the movement of the body. And to the awareness of how the breath, the body, and movement fit together. Bringing our attention first to the breath. And at the beginning of our practice, avoid any effort to manage, to focus the breath. Just begin our practice by observing the breath. Observing where the breath is moving into the lungs, the upper part of the lungs, the lower part of the lungs. Observing if the belly is moving, if the ribs are moving. And now begin to even out the flow of the breath between our inhale and our exhale breath. And begin to actively expand the belly during the inhale breath and actively pull the belly back towards the spine with the exhale breath. Let's place both hands below the navel and see if we can get some movement into that area. Now bring the hands above the navel and below the ribs and observe the movement in that area. Now let's just increase the awareness of the belly by just gently tapping the belly with the fingertips. Try and get down below the navel, come off the sides, across. And now bring one hand to rest on the heart, one hand to rest on the belly. And let's continue our breath. And take 4 complete rounds of the breath at your own speed with an extended exhale breath. 2 more rounds. Final round. Now, coming to our seated mountain pose, take a look down at the feet. Take a look at the base of the second toe and draw a line from the base of the second toe back to the center of the ankle, and try and bring those lines as close as you can to parallel on the right and left foot. Try lifting the arches and curling the toes. Dig the toes into the floor. Lift the arches and then release the feet and lift the toes. Curl the toes in once more and release. Lift the heel on the right foot, left foot. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29, 29, and 30, and 30. Stretch the right foot out in front of you. Inhale here. I'm just going to move my stuff into position. Just have your blocks, your weights, various things, your equipment handy. Stretch that right foot out in front of you. And let's bring the blocks beside us. Inhale here and lengthen the body forward by folding at the hip crease. Lengthen the body forward over that extended leg. Feel the stretch down the back of that extended leg. As you stretch forward. Inhale, come up. Draw the right leg in, extend the left foot out in front of you. Inhale and tilt the body forward, stretching out the back of the left leg this time. Inhaling. And try and bring your gaze maybe 2 or 3 feet in front of the foot. So the head, the spine, the neck stays in line with the spine as we fold forward. Let's inhale. Draw the left foot in. Once again, we're going to now extend that right foot out. Bring the left foot to the inner edge of the right foot. And then just draw that the left leg, slide the left foot any amount up the inner edge of the right leg. Sort of, we're coming into almost a tree pose type move, but from the chair. Slide it back down, slide up and down and up, and then let that come to rest. And let that left knee open out to the side. Slide the foot down. And now let's bring the right foot to the inner edge of the left leg and slide that up the inner edge of the leg and down and up and down and up and down, and once more come up and hold it, and release, come down. Draw the feet back in together. Take the hands, interlace the fingers, take the hands around the right knee. Draw the right knee in towards the body. Center the weight again over the sit bones. Flex and point the toes of the right foot. Circle in one direction, and then circle in the opposite direction. Release. Oh, now let's bring the hand onto the knee and circle that knee. Try and test the range of motion that you have in that right hip. First circling in one direction, and then go in the opposite direction. Interlace the fingers behind the knee. Lift and lower the leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And release that knee onto the floor, or release the foot back onto the floor. And now let's come the opposite side. Find that non-dominant. Interlace the fingers. Draw the left knee towards the left shoulder. Flex and point the toes. Circle in one direction. And then circle in the opposite direction. Interlace. Now circle the knee first in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. Fingers come behind the knee. Lift and lower the leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Release the right foot or left foot onto the floor. Find one of your blocks. Take the block to the left side of your chair. Shift the body slightly towards the right side. And let's stretch the right leg out to the side. Take the hand to the hip and just roll the hips back towards the chair, and then see if you can roll them forward so the hips stack one on top of the other, and roll back, and 3, and 3, and let's go for 4. Bring the hand down onto the block and stretch the body over sideways. Let's lift and extend the arm out in an version of extended side angle. Inhale, come back up to center, and then raise both arms overhead, and then reach over that extended leg towards the right side. Inhale, return to center. Draw the right leg back into center. Shift your block to the right side and shift your body to the left side of the chair. Stretch the leg out towards the side. And once again, let's find that action of just letting the hip roll back towards the chair and then roll forward. So rolling back and forward, roll back and forward. This time, when we roll forward, stack the hips, take the right hand to the block, and stretch the left arm overhead. Inhale, come back up to center. Maybe both arms rise overhead and reach the hand down that extended left leg and arc back. Inhale, come back up to center. Draw the left leg in and return to the center of your chair. Let's inhale. Let's begin just to warm up the spine by first inhaling, lifting the sternum, and then exhale. Let the spine round gently towards the back of the chair. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. And this come back just as far as a neutral spine. Wrap the fingers around the lower ribs and just glide the lower ribs from left to right. So specifically here, this is focusing our movement on that, where the thoracic and lumbar spines join. Come back to center. And then gently twist towards the right side. Come to center and twist left. Inhale, exhale, twist right. Inhale, exhale, twist left. And once more to the right. And once more to the left. Come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind the back. And then press the knuckles. See if you can press the knuckles into the back of the chair. Lift and open the front body, drawing the shoulder blades together for a gentle back bend. We're going to look for a back bend plus an opening of the front body. And exhale, and let's come back to center. Let's do 3 rounds of cat-cow. Lift for 1, back for 1, lift for 2, back for 2, lift for 3, and back to neutral for 3. Taking the arms to the side, inhale here and exhale. Take the fingertips down to the floor for 1. Come through center, fingertips to the floor for 2, or for 1 on the left side. 2 right, 2 left, 3 right, 3 left, 4 right, 4 left, 5 right, 5 left, 6 right, 6 left, and then as we go for 7, the left arm comes over for 7, windmill the arms through for 7, windmill for 8, windmill for 8, windmill for 9, windmill for 9, windmill for 10, windmill for 10, windmill for 11, 11, and 12, and 12, and come back to center. Take a nice deep breath in, and sigh the exhale out through the mouth. So twisting is that remaining direction to move the spine. So begin by taking the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, and let's gently twist the body towards the right side. Breathe here. Inhale, exhale, and the right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh as we twist in the opposite direction. Inhale, exhale here, and come back to center. Begin to warm up the shoulders. Just sit in our seated mountain. Take the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And then stretch the arms out to the opposite walls. Take right over left. Walk the fingertips onto the shoulder blades and try and peel the shoulder blades away from the spine. Inhale and extend the arms out, and now take left over right, and once again peel the arms or peel the shoulder blades away from the spine. Stretch out again. This time, let's do right over left again, but this time the option to go onto the shoulder blades or fingers to the opposite palm. Unwind, stretch out. Opposite arms. And let's release. Now moving along from the shoulders to the neck, drop the chin into the junction where the notch of the formed by the collarbones, and lift for 1, down for 1, or 2, lift for 2, down for 3, lift for 3, and down for 4, and lift for 4, down for 5, and lift for 5, and down for 6, and lift for 6. Chin to the right shoulder. 1, back through center to the left. 1, right for 2, left for 2, right for 3, left for 3, right for 4, left for 4, right for 5, left for 5, and right for 6, and left for 6. Come back to center. And now just take the fingertips and let's just gently tap the skull, come to the back of, so just tapping around the head, forehead, maybe come down along the jaw. Focus on those mandible muscles, give them a little bit of a work or massage. Move the jaw side to side. And let's come back to our seated mountain pose. Breathe here, and let's find our weights. So, finding our weights. Let's begin with our right hand and just a single weight here. So hold the right arm up in a cactus pose and then take it down and across. Come back up to cactus for 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Come back to center. Now the left hand, so you might find this, depending if the left and right side are balanced or not, you might find this a bit more difficult. So come down and across for 1, 1. To use weights. Remember, always an option to use weights. And given that we've been practicing a while for weights, some of you may want to think about upgrading to some heavier ones. So always an option. Anyways, take a nice deep breath in and let's exhale with a sigh. Inhale and angle back towards the chair. Exhale, come forward for 1. Really concentrating on using those muscles of the front body to lift us for 2. Exhale for 2. Lift or back for inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And 12. Come back to neutral. Reverse the cross. Inhale back for 1. Exhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. And 10. And 10. 11. And we're going to hold on 12. Hold back for 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And come back up. Let's set our weights aside. And we'll come up to standing, facing the back of our chair. So come to standing behind our chair, facing the back. And find our standing mountain pose. Try to line up our second metatarsal. That's that line that follows that, or the bones that are underneath the line that we drew from the base of our second toe to the center of the ankle. And let's lift and lower our heels here for 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12. And let's hold up on 12. And come back down. Standing in front of our chair, we're going to repeat that move that we did at the start of our class by bringing the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, and now instead of pressing the knuckles into the seat of the chair, try and contain this part of the body, that belly part of the body, that part we brought awareness to at the start of the class. Press the knuckles down and lift the sternum towards the ceiling. Stretching down, reaching up. So this is a standing version of Cobra. Breathe here. One more full breath in. And let's release. Let's turn sideways to our chair now. Step the feet, or just bring the toes together. The heels are slightly apart. And just play around till you find that comfortable distance from the chair. Let the hips move in this direction. And then reach that non-chair, the side arm, the free arm, up, and think about making that a banana shape with the body as we arc towards the right, and then come back and let the hips sway towards the chair. Let's try that once more. Arcing out. And come back in towards the chair. Step the chair side foot and turn it so the toes point towards so they're pointing straight forward. And step that outside leg back. If the hips are opening up towards the side, inhale here, reach the upper arm or the outside arm up and see if we can bring the elbow towards the back of the chair. So you'll notice here a tendency to want to let the body curve in here. See if we can lengthen that underside of the body as we stretch over towards the chair. Inhale, come back up to center. And let's bend the chair side knee in and come into warrior two. Come up, turn both feet so that they come parallel to each other. Inhale here, You have one of your blocks handy. You can bring the hands to the blocks or the floor. You can bend the knees slightly to ease some of the stress on the lower back. And some of you might even want to stack your blocks and bring the forehead to rest on the stacked blocks. Let's inhale, come up, heel toe the feet back in towards center, and we'll finish off our work on this side with tree pose. So build that strong, firm, well-grounded foundation on the chair side. Lift the outside heel. Let's bring that outside heel to the ankle, up onto the calf, or perhaps onto the inner thigh. Bring that, you can support your hands or bring the hands to heart center and consider opening the branches of your tree. Draw the hands back to heart center, release the arms, release that knee, and just take that foot we worked out behind us and come onto the top of the foot and stretch that top of the foot out here. Come back to center, and let's move our chair to the opposite side, or just turn around. Bring the feet together. Come to our standing mountain pose. And let's let the hips move out away from the chair and take the arm over top. Inhale, come back to center, and then let the hips move in towards the chair. Let's do that again. Take the hips away and stretch them out. Inhale, come back to center. And just come back to our standing mountain pose. You can move the feet back apart from each other again. Let's turn the chair side foot so the foot points towards the chair. Bring that outside foot back. The pelvis is going to be facing forward. Inhale here, raise that outside arm, and we're going to bring the body down towards the chair. Now on this side. Inhale, come back up. Bend the knee. You might want to lengthen your stance. Bend the knee in towards the chair for warrior two now on this side. Center the weight. Extend the arms. Release the hands. Bring the feet parallel, and once again, fold forward. Letting the upper body move towards the floor. You might even walk the hands out to downward dog hands. Walk the hands back. Inhale, come up. Heel toe the feet back into center. And let's do our tree pose on this side. Once again, build the foundation in your chair side foot. Lift the outside heel. Turn on the inner leg. Or come up onto that inner thigh. Hands together at heart center. Open the branches of our tree. Let the hands come back. Draw them back to heart center. Release the leg. So let that foot just sway on the outside and then come to rest on the top of the foot. Stretch out the front of the ankle. And our final thing is work standing with the chair. We're just going to back away from the chair and come into a chair downward dog for a few moments to just stretch out the back, let everything release, bend the knees slightly, firm up the belly. And let's take 4 rounds of the breath in our chair down dog. Two. 3. 4. And 5. Walk the feet in towards the chair. Inhale the arms overhead and draw the hands back to heart center. And let's just stand for a moment in standing mountain, perhaps even closing the eyes. And notice the effect on your balance that closing the eyes has. Let's come back to seated. Coming to seated. Let's come back. Make sure we're at the front of our chair. Let's take the feet slightly wider than hip distance apart. And just allow the legs to turn in on each other. And let's come back to center. And just allow let's get ourselves ready for seated mountain. And I've got it. And just come back to seated mountain. Now prepare yourself. Let's get ready to prepare ourselves for final relaxation. So allow yourself to slide back in the chair. Add any extra clothing that you feel necessary to keep you comfortable during final relaxation. Take a drink. And just allow yourself to be fully supported by the chair. Let's begin with that point of contact between the feet and the floor. Allow the feet to fully relax. Breathe. The feet are fully relaxed. Let's next come to the point where the thighs are in contact with the chair. Allow the thighs and the hips to fully relax. Breathe. The hips and the thighs are fully relaxed. And finally, let's come to the back and bring the attention to the point where the back touches the chair. Allow the back in that area of contact to fully relax. Breathe. And now come to the areas of the legs that are not in contact with the chair. Allow the non-contact areas of the chair to fully relax. Breathe. The non-contact areas of the legs are fully relaxed. Now come to the non-contact areas of the upper body. Allow the non-contact areas of the upper body to fully relax. Breathe. The non-contact areas of the upper body are now fully relaxed. Allowing the whole body to relax more deeply with each exhale breath. And now begin to deepen the breath. Move the fingers. Move the toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Slide the body back to the front of the chair, coming into seated mountain pose. And just take 3 breaths here and scan the body. Observe what may have happened as a result of your practice. And after the 3rd exhale, take the arms to the side, lift them overhead. Draw the hands back to heart center. And thank yourself for making time for your practice today. Thank each other for sharing your practice. To share that energy and to practice in group is a very special way to practice our yoga. And thank you so much for the great honor of being able to guide you through your practice today. Namaste.